All right, we are back. We're going to be finishing 5.3 today. I didn't expect the last video to turn out as long as it did, so it became two videos. So 5.3 is going to be like in four parts. So let's get. By the way, welcome. I'm Sapphire. I believe this should be going up. This is definitely going up in August. So yeah, at this point, I will have already been hopefully hosting my friend Ice Brute on Saturdays. We started running Baldur's Gate 3. So essentially, it's going to be four hooligans, or as we jokingly started calling it, um, three criminals and our parole officer running Baldur's Gate 3. But without further ado, let's get started in finishing out 5.3, and then we will begin the road to Endwalker. If you're ready, would you recount to us how the day unfolded? It's been a hot minute since I've done this, so I'm not even sure what's happening. Like, are we talking about what happened with Graha? So you reached out to Elidibus at the last, and his heart was moved. Okay. And it changed nothing. Perhaps not. Ultimately, you had no choice but to strike him down. But the important thing is this: though violence proved unavoidable, you did at least come to understand your foe. And in knowing his hopes and dreams, we do best remember him and his legacy. So let me do this so I stop missing stuff. So long as they remain unforgotten, the love he and his brethren bore for one another and the star may yet be rewarded. You said that an ancient came to your aid, but how is that possible? A gift from Emmett Selk. He knew of Elidibus's plight. Foreseeing his own death, he made his provisions to bring Elidibus's suffering to an end, lest his friend be left to continue the struggle alone. Or, so I wildly speculate, it is unlikely we will ever know the truth. The best we can do is remember events as they happened, no more and no less. As the Ronkins so rightly put it, history is learned, not lived. Interesting, interesting way of putting it. Ah, there you all are. Is it Becklug? Yep. My friend, we were given to understand thou wert injured. Shouldst thou not be abed? Oh, so does this get us to the point where we can get everybody's soul back to their body? Lie down at a time like this? Don't be absurd. I would have come sooner had the guard not made such a fuss. Now, tell me what happened. Where's the Exarch? Well, he sort of, more or less, sacrificed himself to save me and Nordfin. and put a stop to Elidibus. I see. Sapphire, will you show me his spirit vessel? His crystalline statue? Sure. Oh, that one. I thought it was talking about the statue. Something about that. Yes, both his soul and memory seem intact. Good. Ah, okay. Unlike the others, his aether was not highly charged, and so it did not seem necessary to employ a familiar for the imbuing, but I needed to be certain all the same. Oh, what a relief. Then 'tis but a question of restoring his soul unto his flesh. Uh, how do we go about doing that? And as thou didst lately tell me, the success of this process resteth on no more than our friend's soul recognizing his flesh as its own, which he more or less has done. Given his apparent desire to return to the source with Sapphire, one would think his soul would be only too happy to be home, no? Surely it wouldn't balk at the relative newness of its accommodation. So one would hope, but none can speak for the Exarch's heart of hearts, and he can no longer speak for himself. Furthermore, though I have drawn upon all of my not inconsiderable experience to predict the outcome, the fact remains that there is no direct precedent for what we are attempting. Will his body accept his soul? Will his essence blend properly? Will he awaken whole of mind? Any number of things could go awry. So, are we going to bring him? Are we going to restore his soul in the crystal tower in the source? Assuming I have succeeded in tempering your expectations, I should probably add that I did ask the Exarch if he still wishes to return to the source in full knowledge of the risk. And a simple enough question, one would think, warranting a single word reply. Yet the answer I received was rather longer than that. Almost comically so, in fact. Regardless, out of respect for the man, I shall attempt to recite it with a certain amount of poetic license. Ahem. As I grow older, the burdens I carry become even more numerous. Burdens which weigh upon my hopes, burying them deep within my breast, so deep that I couldn't be certain they were still there. But when I look around me, I am reminded that no matter how deeply buried they may be, our hopes never truly disappear. No, they are always with us, guiding us, driving us. I see it in Vothri, who sought to vindicate his existence by creating his paradise. I see it in Ranjit, who forsook his life's cause in order to protect that which he held most dear. I see it in the people who chose to struggle rather than surrender to despair. And though our struggles may differ greatly, since the very beginning of time, they have all shared that one common thread: Hope. We struggle because we have hope, and when the time comes, I too will embrace mine. I will follow my heart, regardless of the risk. So his answer is yes. And I will live with all my being, as befits one who has been granted a second chance. Okay, cool. There, I told you it was long and unspeakably sentimental. Unspeakably sentimental to boot. One would think them the outpourings of a do, do technically it's dew-eyed boy, not an old man. The exarch seems to believe he is. Well, he is young. I mean, really. He's scarcely been alive as long as I've been in hiding. I dare say he is blushing in his vessel. Different species age differently. Speaking of which, we should make ready for our journey. Time remains of the essence, after all. Needless to say, once we leave, there is no guarantee we can return. If anyone has unfinished business, now's the time to see to it. I must pay a visit to Slitherbow. Let us reconvene here anon. Oh, she needs to talk to Homeboy. There remain some few matters which require mine attention in Ilmig. May I leave Thancred in thy care, child. Wow. I love how Thancred's like offended by it too. I've been meaning to get some flowers for Minfilia. I thought you might help me choose them. Then we could go to Nabath Arang together one last time. A fine suggestion. Lead on. How are they going to transport Reen? What are the twins going to do? Oh, I know where Alice is going to go. Yeah, that makes sense for him. Well, it's back to you more for me. Amongst other things, I owe the mayor an apology about his airship. Yeah. I assume you have places of your own to be, Alize? I shall see you later. Are we going to go back to... As you probably guessed, I'm going to pay a visit to the inn at Journey's Head, but I want you to come too. I realize you don't need to say any farewells, but the Exarch does, if only in spirit, so I thought you might bring him along, so to speak. I'm sure he'd love the thought of being lugged around on his hero's back. So let's be off, shall we? I can't wait to see how Halrick's doing. True. Hopefully the kid's doing alright. Ulrich? Ulrich, oh gods, don't tell me he's wandered off again. Quick, Sapphire must find him. Oh, jeez. Oh, Alize, I didn't see you there. If you're looking for Ulrich, he's gone for a walk with one of the others. They're planning to visit the graveyard, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that's a relief. Shall we adjourn to the graveyard, then? So how apparent is the child? There he is. I was afraid he'd wandered off again. Oh, there's no need to worry. Ulrich's safe and well. He's been showing good progress and likes to go for walks of late. Though his steps usually bring him to this particular spot. Oh, is this... Oh, I wasn't aware he had family here. He doesn't. It's... Oh, God. I had a feeling. He doesn't. It's Teslin. Her sword, that is. We buried it here in her honor. So he remembers. What brings you back so soon, out of interest? I didn't think the next round of treatments was due yet. Oh no, it isn't. Look, I realize that this is sudden, but I've come to say goodbye. It's time for me to return home. But rest assured, the treatments will continue. Backlog will come to oversee them in my stead. I see. You did mention that you and your friends were searching for a way home. Needless to say, we'll be sorry to see you go, but I know everyone will be happy for you, truly. Happy and grateful. You've done so much for us, achieved what none of us dared hope was possible. And we'll see to it that your good work continues, and that no more poor souls are buried here before their time. So rest easy and take care. We wish you every happiness. Thank you. I will miss you all. But it isn't time to say our farewells quite yet, so if there are any tasks that need doing, hunting bees, fetching water, and what have you, just say the word. I mean, to make use of every last moment here after all. The time left to you is precious. Just imagine if that part was voiced. That's right, Ulrich. That's exactly right. Those words will guide you true, so never forget them. And neither will I. They are really wrapping this up nicely. What? I'm not crying. I just have sand in my eye, that's all, of course. As I mentioned, I mean to stay here as long as possible. In the meantime, perhaps you could go and look in on the others. Alphna, for instance, if anyone is crying, it will be him. So we're literally retracing our steps. Alright, to you more we go. Oh, and I'll have to say goodbye to Titania. I'm gonna call her Titania because that's what the Queen of the Fairies is. That's who the Queen of the Fairies is.
Oh, Alpha, no! Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes.
The thought of never seeing you again is more than my poor heart can bear.
Oh, it's you. As you can see, Alphino has broken the news. I don't know how to console her. She thinks we'll be lost without him.
You'll never let me forget it, will you? I'll have you know I completed the promised painting in the end. Be that as it may, there are times only words will suffice. Lady Chai, I have a confession to make. On the day we ousted Lord Vorthree, when I revealed the truth of his tyranny and your complicity in his crimes, I did so with great trepidation. Not out of fear that you wouldn't listen, but that you might never recover. There was a time when I too, in my hubris, believed myself worthy to lord it over others. And when the lie was laid bare, when I was forced to confront the cost, the lives lost, it all but destroyed me.
We're going back all the way to the ending of Realm.
To awaken from a naive dream to so harsh a reality, I would have understood had you all surrendered to despair. But you didn't surrender. Far from it. You picked yourselves up and rose to the challenge. You found a path forward and the strength to walk it, and to keep walking it, day after day. But what struck me is how much faster you found it than I did.
Really? It felt pretty slow to me. But rest assured, we'll make Yulmore into a nation anyone would be proud to call home. Eventually. You can still come and go as you please, I believe. When we have good tidings to report, I may trouble you to be their bearer. There may also be less than good tidings, in which event I hope I can trouble you for your counsel.
I should be honored to provide it, Master Chai.
Oh, Alphino, I know you aren't one to sit still, but do remember to take your ease from time to time. And no matter where you are, remember that there are people here who are praying for your health and happiness. Our brave and gentle artist. You have our love, now and always.
And you mine. Please take care.
'Tis a strange feeling, Sapphire, to stand in the company of our friends, knowing that I will never see them again. I struggle to reconcile it in my mind. But this I know, I shall cherish every I shall cherish my memories of Nordvin, of every soul I met here, for the rest of my days. I shall look forward to your tales of their endeavors. So I like the fact that they are actually realizing it's like, hey, you can come back to this location, and we probably will send you back to this location. But your party of Scions cannot come back, so you're the one that'll be bouncing back and forth between the two. Just realized something that I should have been doing. Forgive me. I realize now that I never asked you what business brought you here. Can I be of assistance? Alize said that, did she? Well, as you can see, I'm quite alright. I'm quite alright now. Unlike her, by the sound of it. Perhaps you might consider visiting Urianger next. Given his conversance with the idiosyncrasies of the Fey folk, I doubt it will be an issue, but a small part of me worries that they may not relinquish him willingly. As such, I would feel better if you were there, if you were to look in on our friend, assuming you have time, of course. Okay. Ilmeg. Am I in the right spot? I think I am. Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, I'm in the right spot. So I can literally call this the epilogue to 5-3. Because that's literally what this is. This is an epilogue to the whole Shadowbringers expansion. Alright, Urianger. That I should have the pleasure of welcoming a guest, even as mine own occupation draweth to a close. What bringeth thee hither, my friend? Alphinaud sent me. So thou wouldst grant the Exarch a final tour of the realm, which hath been his home these 100 years. A noble gesture. As for Master Alphinaud's concerns, thou mayest rest assured that all is well here. Far from detaining me, our Fey friends have agreed to assist in the transportation of these tomes to the Cabinet of Curiosity. Not more remaineth to be done. Regardless, 'tis well that thou didst come, for I have been meaning to show something to thee. An object I chanced to find after thy victories over Elidibus. What did I hand me? Though it hath lost its radiance, 'tis unmistakable a crystal of light, one that did, in all likelihood, belong to Ardbert. Huh? Having been interned with his body, it would have remained upon his person after his possession by Elidibus. And when his mortal form was forgive my indelicacy, consumed by thy foe to fuel his transformation, I posit that the crystal did tumble free. Save that which doth abide in thee, it is all that remaineth of our friend. And if thou art willing, I would have thee deliver it to Seto. I can think of no worthier recipient than he, and no more fitting a bearer than thee. As ever, thou wilt find the armor in the Wallickdorf. My thanks, Sapphire. And we fly. Because they're all the way over there, if I remember correctly. No, they're this way. I forgot. No one's over that way. Everyone's over this way. And I feel like we probably should be saying goodbye to Titania. Or, Theo, because she'll be very upset if we don't even be like, we're going, bye. Ah, full glad am I to see you safe and well. Rumors spoke of strange spectral foes bent on your destruction. But with the sky returned to normal, I assumed all is well again. So, to what do we owe the pleasure of this visit? Just a present from a friend.
Is that Ardbert's crystal? So it is. It has changed, but I would know it anywhere. However, did you come by it? Then, even in death, his enemies found a way to profit from his sacrifice. Oh, it grieves me to think of his body being used for evil ends. But, thanks to you, his honor is restored, and he may finally find peace. No words can express my gratitude. I will keep this crystal safe to the end of my days. Rest easy, my friend. You have earned it. Pardon? Very well. Oh, how can this be?
This is so sweet. I love this.
Seto, my old friend.
Oh, Ardbert, how I've missed you. I'm sorry I couldn't keep you safe, or even console you. Had I only learned to speak sooner, I would have told you how much you meant to me, how much I cared.
I knew. I always knew. But I'm happy to hear it nonetheless. Thank you, Seto. My partner in crime.
I see. His journey continues. Then I will not yet bid him rest. With you, he may look forward to many more adventures.
Okay, so now I'm curious, does Ardbert have any type of influence or come into play again for Endwalker?
It has been a while since last I flew. Perhaps I too will go on a little adventure? Ride the winds, seek the horizon? Yes, I think perhaps I will.
By the way, if you can't tell, I'm very stopped up. Still. So, yeah, that's what's going on with me. Yeah, I'm now at the point where I know nothing about what comes up. Like, I knew Graha was the Exarch, which was supposed to be the big reveal, but from here on out, I really know nothing. I know there's a character named Van Daniel, who I still don't know who they are or where they come in. That's about it. I know Xenos is still alive, obviously, but that's about it. Ah, thou art returned. Tell me, how did Settle receive thine offering? He loved it. It inspired him. Remarkable. 'Twas fated that thou shouldst be the one to undertake this task, I think. As Ardbert liveth on in thee, so shall he and his comrades live on in the hearts of the people of Northrend. And their tale, now rightly told, shall inspire new warriors of light for generations to come. Now, assuming thou intendest to continue thy tour, might I suggest Slitherbow as thy next destination? The task of tidying up one's abode is seldom light work, yet I suspect Ishtola's is heavier than most. Suffice it to say, a pair of helping hands might not go amiss. I wonder if we're gonna go to the Tempest. And what is this? Have you come to spy on me? Too funny. Does Ryanji truly think me so slovenly? The nerve. Loath as I am to disappoint, I put my affairs in order some time ago. I've even made my farewells. To everyone save Runar, that is. He's nowhere to be seen. Uh-oh.
Master Matoya. For too long, I have remained silent, but no longer. I could not bear it if you were to leave. Please, stay. I beg of you.
Oh.
Runar, please.
I jest. At least in part. What I came to say is this. Thank you. Without your wisdom, your strength, and your kindness to guide us, our people would still be lost. We will never forget you, Master Matoya. Wherever your journeys may take you, you will always be in our hearts.
And you in mine. Remember that your people's journey, that our people's journey is yet ongoing. Your lives will change, and so too will your dreams. Yet come what may, you need not forsake your time-honored traditions, nor less your beliefs.
But neither should you be beholden to them. For it was with curiosity and courage that the Knights Blessed first triumphed over adversity. New knowledge and new wisdom are ever worthy of pursuit.
Indeed they are. And so, until we return to the Sunless Sea, we shall endeavor to live our lives to the fullest.
That is well. But however great your strides, there may yet come a day when the challenges you face cannot be surmounted alone. On such a day...
On such a day.
You may call on me. Since a means to travel between worlds exists, you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. And there remain so many mysteries here that want for solving.
Master Matoya!
Runar, really?
Honestly, he's a boy in the body of a man. Anyway, it is time we head back to the Crystarium, shall we? You still have to take the Exarch to Nabatharang. I see, very well. You can look in on Thancred while you're about it. His will be a difficult farewell, and I am sure he would appreciate your support. His path goes through Twain. If you wait there, you're likely to meet him on his way back, if not before. I don't know why I said Twain, it's Twine. You too? What is this? My bloody name's day? I see. Yes, Thancred was here, and Reed too. They said they wanted to go to Nabatharang, so we gave them use of the trolley. That's right, the old girl's up and running again, but we didn't just put her back together, mind you. Now, with a little help from Master Chai, we made her faster and stronger. Oh yes, the future of trolleys is looking brighter than ever. Whisper it, and I reckon it might be time. Time to reach for the stars with our trolley to dwarf all trolleys. Oh boy. If you ask me, we'd be better off making them smaller. That way they can fit the narrow shafts. But that's genius. Why didn't I think of it? Enough. You can daydream on your own time. In case you've forgotten, our priority is to have more working trolleys. That's why we turned to China's, by the way. Not to make the one trolley we've got go faster. We need to help get a few telos back in working order, see? We were out testing them when your airship came down, as a matter of fact. You seem to have a habit of crashing things. Not on purpose. We're back. Our thanks for the loan of the trolley. Sapphire, what are you doing here? Don't tell me the others are waiting for us. That's a relief. At any rate, we've done what we came to do, which means I'm ready to leave, or as ready as I'll ever be. Not to pry, but what's going on? You off somewhere? Oh yeah, we never did tell them we're from another world. You could say that. So you're heading home. I'm just a simple miner and don't know much about this world traversing business. But the young lady here, she'll be looked after. Will she? I'll be fine, thank you. I have a place to stay at the Crystarium and don't want for anything. Besides which, I have no shortage of friends I can turn to. Friends like you lot. So please don't worry. I'll be fine, really. If you say so. It being a matter of life or death, I suppose you have to leave. But I, for one, would still be torn. If the choice were mine, I'm not sure I could bear to be parted from my family. No, but it's for the best. Reed chose to walk her own path, and she doesn't need me under her feet. Besides, I have my own responsibilities, and I wouldn't be setting a very good example if I neglected them. Huh, perhaps not. Either way, I envy you your dilemma. Well, young lady, if there's anything you need, anything at all, you're to call on us. It may surprise you, but we can do more than simply offer you trolley rides. Thank you, Magnus. Everyone. Shelby, then. If you've nowhere left to visit, can we go back to the Crystarium together? Honestly, I was expecting us to see the scene with Sacred and Reed, but yeah, it makes sense. Gotta wrap this up. Oh, it's you. You're probably wondering why I'm not with the others. It's just, I always knew that everyone would leave one day, and I always hoped and prayed that would find a way to send them home. But now that the time has come, I feel lost. Lost and lonely. I don't want our last moments together to be sad. I want to hold myself together just long enough to say the things that I need to say, but I'm not sure I can even do that. Right. Thank you, Sapphire. I feel braver already. Go on ahead and join the others. I'll be along after I've taken a few deep breaths.
That's everyone then. We've all said what we needed to.
Even as we speak, Backlog undertaketh their final inspection of our spirit vessels. When thine own preparations for the journey are complete, thou art to present thyself in the ocular.
Everyone? I want to thank you all, on behalf of the First. You, and Minfilia, and the Exarch. Without each and every one of you guiding us, fighting for us, we wouldn't be standing here now. There wouldn't even be a here. And no words can express our gratitude. We still have a lot to do. Countless trials to overcome. But if it ever seems too much, I'll think of our time together. The happy moments, and the sad. I will remember it all. And it will give me the strength to carry on. Without you. Because you made me who I am. Minfilia. Reen. To honor these names and these memories, I will stand with all the people of this land and strive for a better tomorrow.
I'm not gonna lie, I like how this speech is happening as the sun is rising.
Thancred, I believe the honor of responding should rightfully be thine.
I know better than most how much you've grown, and I have every confidence you'll make your people proud. Gods know I'm proud of you. I always will be. You deserve all the happiness in the world, and more.
Might we also say a few words?
Oh, everyone else came.
Why, this is just about all of you.
To see you off seemed the least we could do. You risked your all for us, fought for a realm not your own. Before you came, we had never known the beauty of the night sky. Or the joy of your company. Though it saddens us deeply to bid you farewell, it has ever been our way to send off friends with a smile. Wherever your road should lead, we shall pray for your safety. And following your brave example, we shall continue to fight for the Crystarium. With or without us, you've always taken good care of this city. I don't doubt for a moment you'll continue to do so.
Aye, a more resilient people we have never known. As resilient and enduring as the tower that watches over you.
To the last, we did not question the Exarch about his past. It is only now, when he can no longer tell us, that we believe we know the answer. We have heard what became of him, and what is about to be attempted. All will be well. Of this we are certain. How could it be otherwise, when every soul in the Crystarium is praying for it with all their heart? And so, when our Lord awakens, I bid you give him a message. Tell him he needn't worry about us. That he need no longer hide who he truly is. That he should live his own life to the fullest. And that if he should ever find himself reminiscing on the past with a smile, we shall be smiling with him.
This is just so beautiful. It's so heartfelt.
Will you tell him this?
God. I can see people like bawling. I can see people bawling at the end of this because I'm like feeling emotional. Oh my god.
Thank you. Please look after him for us.
I dare say we have all the good wishes we can carry. Let us be on our way.
Like, this song hits hard. Oh, yeah, this hits really hard. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Oh. I was like, that's the end of 5.3. No, it's not. 5.3 ends with this one. Oh, I suppose it's time. Are you ready? Yeah, jeez, the music hits so hard during that. I'm just like, ooh. Alright, let's not keep the others waiting. I definitely, wholeheartedly, fully see why everyone was like, Shadowbringers is like the best expansion. Like, it hits the emotional beats it needs to. Like, during that whole ending of that season, it's like, oh, I'm feeling the emotions. Everyone is present and accounted for. Oh, I forgot Alice had this thing. What did we name it? Oh, I guess we didn't name it. Okay, whatever. Ah, there you are. I take it you're ready for the journey. The spirit vessels are primed and our company complete. At a word from you, we shall begin. Okay, this is what I was waiting for. Upon beginning the soul-imbuing ritual, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Question is how long? I don't think anything will top how long Realm Reborn was. Alright, let's end 5.3. Let's do this and start up on the road to Endwalker. Let us begin the ritual. Very good. I shall distribute the vessels at once.
All right then. Pray proceed as instructed, beginning with your memories.
The first step is complete, and all appeareth to be in order.
Well, that just leaves our souls, then. We're in your hands, Angelo.
just like that, they're inside.
It is done! The vessels have received of both their memories and their souls. I hereby entrust them to your care. They belong to you now. Just be sure to guard them well, yes?
This will work, won't it?
Our theories have held thus far. But I make no promises about what's to come. Even the greatest mages in history knew better than to transport a soul across the rift. We, my dear, are in unknown territory. Prepare as we might, we cannot account for all possibilities. And it is in such circumstances that accidents are wont to occur. Yet miracles do happen. So let us pray and will our friends home.
I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
All safely stowed away? I do hope so. All that remains then is to step into the mirror. Go now, and safe travels.
I love this song so much.
Did it? Are we?
We're home.
Oh, you're back! You're back! You're all back!
Thank you. My body feels like a sack of potatoes, but otherwise, I've never felt better. That said, I doubt any of us will be fit to travel for some while. May we leave the rest to you?
The vessel beareth our comrade's blood. With it in thy possession, the way will surely open before thee.
Like, what? Gotta go back to the Crystal Tower.
What? But you've only just got here.
Oh, Tataru.
Tataru, might I trouble you to brew us all a pot of your special tea? Ah, and we may require an extra cup.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't know. I don't think we told them about Graha.
Yours is a long road, my friend, and it stretches onto places beyond imagining. With your every step, these grand adventures shall grow more distant and faint. And there may come a day when you forget the faces and voices of those you have met along the way. On that day, I bid you remember this. That no matter how far your journey may take you, you stand where you stand by virtue of the road you walked to get there. For in times of hardship, when you fear you cannot go on, the joy you have known, the pain you have felt, the prayers you have whispered and answered, they shall ever be your strength and your comfort.
I can see why they had you forcibly finish the Crystal Tower. It's a... You have
This
to
I
finish
hope.
it for this.
I believe. Here at memory's end.
So we're just gonna skip over the fact? Really? I was hoping that... Okay. Wait a minute, have we not come back for some days?
What is it, Alize? Are you all right? Do you still feel under the weather?
Physically, I couldn't be better. Thanks to Kryle's ministrations, I'm already looking forward to our next fight. But seriously, don't you have anything to say about that?
No less impressive than our garments. You've outdone yourself, Tataru.
To give credit where it's due, I had help from a certain fiery pixie who visited me in my dreams. They gave me all the information I needed to get the details just right. For your weapons, though, I needed a lot more help. Thankfully, our favorite heads of state were happy to place their finest craftsmen at my exclusive disposal. Oh, and speaking of the Alliance leaders, they all expressed their unreserved elation at your safe return, and promise to come and see you in person as soon as they can.
They really needn't have gone to such trouble. But we'll be keeping these gifts all the same. Do pass on our gratitude.
Okay, so they explained how they got their look. Got it.
I realise we haven't taken up new martial arts, nor have I ever been one to set much store by appearances. But I can't help feeling a certain lack of, I don't know, personal development.
I quite understand. But as you observed, the others had the more pressing need. Rest assured, our turn will come.
Alice's got like more personality. I love it.
If I expend any more ether, I swear I will blink out of existence. I need a bite to eat.
Fair enough. Bland toast.
Tataru, a cup of tea, if you would be so kind. And something sweet.
By Mistress Kryle's exhausted state, may I assume that the ward hath been restored?
Indeed. We succeeded in weaving it anew, albeit at a slightly diminished potency than when I had Becklug's assistance. It is no cause for concern, though. The tower is not easily reached, never mind breached. And even should some few succeed, their presence won't escape my notice.
Excellent. Said duty thus discharged, thou art free to go wheresoever thy fancy taketh thee. Upon which note, hast thou perchance come to a decision? The offer remaineth open.
Well, if you're certain that's what you... I mean, if you think
He only does the arm thing when he gets nervous. I gotta call him by his name, because we've been calling him the X, like he's been known as the Exarch the entire time.
Right. I accept. Henceforth, I shall count myself a scion of the Seventh Dawn.
Like he's always...
Grahatia, at your service. When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. But, like a fool, seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short.
Alright, here we go.
Help! Somebody help! Hippogriffs!
Hippogriffs on the rampage! A giant flock of them! Please, we need help!
I could do with a little rampage myself.
What? Now wait, just a... Here we go again.
Everyone's been itching to just like, let's go.
I will join the fray when I finished my tea.
Thus did the Avatar of Destruction descend, and in her wake leave naught but tears and ash.
And then, one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me, in the flesh. So it was that a new adventure began.
The memory of a dying world's end. Night after night. And I thought it but a tired old dream.
I say, I knew that securing the palace would provide your radiance with depressingly little sport, but that you should fall asleep out of boredom. Splendid. Truly splendid. And my own preparations, you will be pleased to hear, proceed apace. Oh, yes. They proceed very well indeed. Frighteningly so. And we owe it not least of all to this singularly useful body I chanced to find. With the Populares now all but destroyed, it will be the simplest of tasks to discredit their groundless assertions that I met with a grisly end.
This is the guy who had, who looked up to...
And as the very much alive Lord of House Brutus, I have a vast fortune at my disposal. Ah, money, 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 the great motivator. There is simply no better way to move men and expedite plans than with its alluring glint. Would you not agree? But wait, were we not acquainted, you and I?
Called it, okay, it is him. Or no, this
Should our familiarity cause you distress, I beg your forgiveness.
This is the brother of, Yutsuru. But he had died, so who's possessing his body?
What did you say your name was?
Oh, a dagger through my heart! That my deepest desire should forever remain unfulfilled, to live unrecognized, to die forgotten. Oh. So it goes.
Traumatic much?
Whatever this flesh may have been before, It serves only as a vessel now. And I, faithful Fandaniel, labor only to advance my lord's ambitions.
Okay. This is Van Daniel. But the body he's housed...
Speaking of which, with the palace in our hands, we may now proceed with the next phase of the plan. But how very odd. Despite all our havoc wreaking, old Elidibus did not deign to appear. Dare I hope that the last of the Unsundered is gone?
He's really creepy.
Imagine it! Bound no more by the shackles of mouldering memories of damnable duty, free at last to live for the moment!
Okay, he scares me.
Your radiance. But give the word, and I shall go forth and prepare for you your hunting ground.
That which awaited was a fell beast. Ferocious, ravenous, remorseless.
Do as you will.
That camera angle was unnerving.
It has been too long, my friend. And insufferably dull in your absence. When you return to me, you will share everything. Every blow will be a story unto itself. Every triumph. Every kill. Rest assured, we shall have a fitting stage for our reunion. Oh yes. To reprise that transcendent moment, I will set this world ablaze. And we shall dance before the pyre.
Well, we've caught Xeno's attention. And we left our mark.
The beast shall kindle the flames of the apocalypse. Into its domain shall the hero set forth for the final chapter in the tale of this star.
Wow. Oh, you're back. Tell me, do you think I was excessively familiar earlier in my tone and mannerisms? I thought it'd be better to be familiar than formal if we are to be comrades, but now I worry that it may have been detracted from the gratitude and respect I harbor for everyone. Perhaps I might consider it a nod to my regrettably less than humble beginnings. Yes, that will do. Being free to live as one pleases is not without its challenges. In a way, it was easier when I had a mission that consumed my every waking moment. It provided me with a focus, a constant push in a singular direction. By the way, was casting spells always so draining? I had quite forgotten what it was like to do it without the tower. I've rarely felt so exhausted or hungry. Yet, if all I did was bend the bow, I would be of limited use to you on your adventures, so I shall persevere. Whoever I might have been before, I am a scion. I am now a scion, and an inexperienced scion at that. A green initiate eager to learn how best to contribute to the cause, that he might follow in the footsteps of his inspiration. Yeah, perfect. Alright, and that right there has officially ended Shadowbringers. Now we get ready to go into start setting up the road to Endwalker, which we just got our prelude to, and that just seems absolutely terrifying. So this is going up in August. We will probably have been streaming Baldur's Gate for probably about 2 months on Saturdays. I'll be hosting my friend's channel on my channel. And it should be almost every Saturday. At this point, we will probably be like 2 months into the campaign. Till then, be good to yourself, be good to others, and stay true to you. Laters.